Welcome everybody to tonight's Hartle Lakes volleyball match between your Barnesville Trojans and the DGF Lady Rebels. Barnesville comes into this match tonight with a record of 2-8 on a 2-game losing streak. DGF comes in with a 7-7 record and having won 3 in a row. DGF currently sits at 1-1 in the conference. Barnesville is 0-2. So Barnesville looking to start some momentum, and I think DGF here looking to continue the momentum. Your classic HOL rivalry here. Two teams that are familiar with each other. Two teams that have athletes that play each other in basketball, softball, track, you name it. Exciting. It's homecoming week here in Barnesville, so the crowd should be good. DGF fans look like they showed up well. Student section especially over there. You got to love that DGF student section's wearing purple in our nice, beautiful purple gym. We're about 10 seconds away from the clock running out here, where we'll do national anthem and then starting lineups. DGF coming to the court right now. And that's the voice of the Trojans, Jed Johnson. All right, now we'll go through lineups, courtesy of Jed Johnson, starting with the DGF Lady Rebels.
And now, your Barnesville Lady Trojans. Number 1, Amelia Newell. Number 2, Kennedy Gray. Number 3, Lydia Brayton. Number 4, Ava Foster. Number 5, Sophie Franklin. Number 6, Elizabeth Mulcair. Number 7, Lexi Monson. Number 8, Macy Pana. Number 9, Lexi Hay. Number 10, Alvin Hill. Number 11, Paige Brayton. Number 12, Bella Snowball. Number 14, Mallory Rasmussen. Number 15, Abby John. Number 16, Ashley Annabelle. Number 20, Grace Sosa. The Lady Trojans are coached by Megan Estegard, assistant coaches are Nancy Bird, Janet Rasmussen, and Kaylee Stern.
As we wait to start here, give a shout out to our sponsors: Lee's Electric, Ratso's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Bowling Green Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, and Barnesville Drug and Hardware. DGF to serve. Allie Schreiber to start. Frederick Gray pushes it across. Block at the net. Ball goes out of bounds. Point Rebels. That was Ellie Boyd with the attack. Barnesville's block attempt goes out of bounds. Hallie Schreiber to serve again for the Rebels. Gray bumps a set. Newell's attack is set up. A back row attack by Kennedy Gray. Set up by Haft. Pana's attempt is blocked at the net. Blocked by Abby John. Pushed across. Kennedy Gray bumps. Frederick. Pana's attack. Set by Frederick. Newell's attack. Deflected out of bounds. That's a kill for Amelia Newell. Point for the Trojans. Coming into the game for the Trojans is number 10, Auburn Hintz. Subbing out is number 5, Sophie Frederick. Amelia Newell to serve for the Trojans in a 1-1 game. Yelland. Chloe Fuller's attempt. Kennedy Gray attack from the back row. And a net violation. Point goes Trojans' way. Score is 2-1. Newell to serve again for the Trojans. Kept alive by Newell, pushed across by Hintz. Costello. And that's a kill for Chloe Fuller. Nobody home there for the Trojans. Serving now for the Rebels is number 10, Ellie Boyd. Hafe sets. Another set by Newell. John's kill attempts deflected out of bounds. That's a point, Trojans. Macy Pana now to serve. Yelland. And that is out. Point, Trojans. Chloe Fuller's attempt sails wide. Pana to serve again. Score 4-2. Costello. Set by Schreiber. Set by Newell for Haft. Finds that open spot, and that's a kill for Lexi Haft. Her first of the night. Barnesville on a mini run here. Macy Pana to serve. Dug out. Abby John, excuse me, there we go. Chloe Fuller tries to save it. Point, Trojans. Pana to serve again. Yelland. Schreiber. Back to Bjelland. Pana can't dig it out. Sails out. Point, Rebels. Coming into the game for the Rebels is number 8, Aria Garrett. Serving for the Rebels is number 13, Layla Fuss. Haft. Set by Newell. John tips it across. Point, Trojans. Nice play by Abby John there. Attacks it hard, but then just tips it across. Coming into the game for the Trojans, number 3, Lydia Brayton. For number 15, Abby John. Kennedy Gray to serve. Michaela Bjelland's attack attempt sails into the net. Point, Trojans. Timeout, Rebels. In this timeout, we'll start looking ahead to tomorrow. It is homecoming week here in Barnesville. Tomorrow is a CPT late start for us, so students don't have to be here till 10:30. We have our home football game tomorrow against Holly for homecoming. A lot of events going on with that. We have parade, other random stuff going on throughout the day. And then tomorrow night before the football game, we have our Hall of Honor induction, where we induct former Barnesvillians, we could say, into our Hall of Honor. And looking ahead to Saturday, well, I guess homecoming dance tomorrow night too, can't forget that. Saturday, we have our 7th and 8th grade girls volleyball teams will be competing in tournaments at DGF. Looking ahead to next week, next Monday, our 7th and 8th grade football team will be playing DGF at DGF. We will be hosting DGF in a JV football game starting at 4:30. And then our 9th grade volleyball will be traveling to Holly to take on the Nuggets and Wadena Deer Creek. Kennedy Gray to serve for the Trojans. Boyd's bumps. Costello gets it across. Gray bumps. Set by Newell. Lexi Hafe with the kill. Block attempt at the net. The Rebels goes into the net. Point, Trojans. I think this is a perfect start for Coach Astegard and her Trojans. Something she's been looking for here, to get out to an early lead, take that first set, grab that momentum right away. Trojans block at the net. Point, Trojans. Oh, jump ball. So I take that back. Going to replay that. One called for, the other one said it was tipped, so we will replay. Score is still 9-3 with Kennedy Gray serving. Kennedy Gray serve sails long. Point, Rebels. Serving for the DGF Rebels is number 11, Chloe Fuller. Gray bumps. Newell sets up Hintz. Dig by Costello. Sets up Bjelland. And that's a kill for Michaela Bjelland. Your score is 9-5. Serving again for the Rebels is Chloe Fuller. Hafe sets. Newell back to Hafe, tips it across. Hit out of bounds by the Rebels. That's a kill for Lexi Hafe. Subbing into the game for Barnesville's number 5, Sophie Frederick. For Auburn Hintz. Sophie Frederick to serve. Kennedy Gray from the back row. Tip by Garrett. Finds that open court there. Point Trojans. Frederick to serve again. Costello bumps. Set for Garrett. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Pana. Lexi Hafe. Boyd keeps it alive. Blocked at the net. Kruger is. Bielen's attempt blocked at the net, but finds that open space. Serving for DGF is Michaela Bielen. That sails wide left, point Trojans. Lexi Hafe to serve. Costello tips. Kept alive by Bielen. Boyd across. Set by Frederick. Macy Pana's attempt. Blocked at the net. Boyd. Kept alive by Hafe. Set by Frederick for Newell. Newell's tip. Good effort play by Kruger. Pushed across. Lydia Brayton keeps it alive. Sophie Frederick sets up that back row attack. Blocked at the net by Garrett. Right back to Garrett for a kill. Point Rebels. You can see that she is a force to be reckoned with at the net. Good basketball player as well. Serving for the Rebels is Camille Costello. Tipped across by Frederick. Set for Boyd. Boyd finds that open spot in the back row. That's a kill for Ellie Boyd. Point Rebels. Rebels now trail 8-12. Costello to serve again. Just outside that white line there. Great attempt by Costello. Point Trojans. The score is 13-8. Lydia Brayton to serve. Boyd. Set up by Iwin. Good effort play by Frederick. Brayton gets it across. Set by Iwin. And that's a kill for number 13, Layla Fuss. That's an assist for Madeline Iwin. Point Rebels. Your score is 13-9. Serving for the Rebels now is Hallie Schreiber. Gray digs it out. Sets up Newell. Blocked at the net. Pana's attempt, no good. Point Rebels. The score is 13-10. The Rebels trying to rally right now. Schreiber to serve again. Set by Abby Johns. Kill attempt is blocked out of bounds. Point Trojans. Much needed point there as the Rebels were gaining some momentum. Into the game for the Trojans, number 10, Auburn Hintz. Serving for the Trojans is Amelia Newell. Costello. And tipped over by Chloe Fuller. Point Rebels scores 14-11. Ellie Boyd to serve. Bump by Gray. Set by Newell for Auburn Hintz. Her kill attempt goes long. Point Rebels. It's now a 2-point game. Score is Barnesville 14, DGF 12. Set by Gray. Newell sets up John. Her kill attempt finds the open spot. That's one of my favorite plays. It doesn't matter what team runs it. It's that running attack. You seem to almost get more behind that when you do that. Pana serve. Goes into the net. Point Rebels. Scores 15-13. Coming back into the game is Aria Garrett for Camille Costello. Serving is Layla Fuss. Sets up Abby John. That's a kill. Knocked under the net by Chloe Fuller. Point Trojans. It's Abby John's 6th kill of the night. Kennedy Gray to serve. Garrett's kill attempt goes long. Point Trojans. Score is 17-13. Kennedy Gray to serve. Returned by Boyd. Net violation. Point Rebels. Score is 17-14. Chloe Fuller to serve. Pana's bump. Bumped again by Newell. Paves pushes it across. Costello keeps it alive. Hit over by Schreiber. Newell keeps it alive. Into the net. Good effort play there by Michaela Bielen, but not enough. Point Trojans. Coming into the game is Madeline Iwin and Kendall Kruger. Coming into the game for the Trojans is number 5, Sophie Frederick. Score is 18-14 with Sophie Frederick serving. Tipped up by Iwin and across the line. That'll be a point Barnesville. Score is 19-14. Frederick to serve again for the Trojans. Costello. Set by Iwin. Blocked at the net by Lydia Brayton. Costello pushes it across. Set by Newell. Lexi Hafe pushes across. Iwin to Costello. Blocked at the net. That was Michaela Bieland attempt on the attack. Blocked at the net by, I believe, Lydia Brayton. And it lands in bounds. Point Trojans. Their score is 20-14. Timeout DGF. We'll continue with the activity schedule for next week. Next Tuesday, September 26th, our 7th and 8th grade volleyball will host DGF at 4 for the 7th grade and at 5 for the 8th grade, and that'll be played in our varsity gym that you're currently looking at. Our B team, JV, and varsity volleyball will be traveling to Henning for a 5 o'clock B team game, 6 o'clock JV game, and a 7:15 varsity match. No activities next Wednesday. Next Thursday, September 28th, our cross-country boys and girls team will be competing at the Pelican Rapids meet, starting at 4 o'clock. Our 7th and 8th grade volleyball team will be hosting here, Pelican Rapids and Perm. Our 9th grade football will be playing DGF at home starting at 4:30. And then our varsity, JV, and B team volleyball will be traveling to Breckenridge with the JV and B team starting at 6 and the varsity starting at 7. Coming out of the timeout, Sophie Frederick to serve for the Trojans, with the Trojans leading 20-14. Set by Iwin. Gray tries to dig it out. And that's a kill for Aria Garrett. Her 2nd kill on the night to cut the lead to 5. Trojans lead 20-15. Yelland to serve. Hafe with the bump. Set by Sophie Frederick. Pushed across by Lydia Brayton. Costello keeps it alive. Iwin. Ellie Boyd. Set by Frederick for Lydia. Lydia pushes to the back row. Kept alive by Bieland. Pushed by Iwin. Gray. Set up by Frederick. Pana bumps it across. Bieland. Iwin. To Garrett. Gray keeps it alive. Sets up Haft. Haif's kill attempts set up by Boyd. Pushed across by Bjelland. Frederick with the set. Newell's tip goes into the net. Point Rebels. Your score is 20-16 with Michaela Bjelland to serve for the Rebels. Nice dig by Lexi Haif. Lydia Brayton set up. Her tip attempt doesn't make it over the net. Point Rebels. Score is 20-17. And if you've been watching Barnesville Volleyball, these are the moments that are familiar. They've been able to get leads. They've been able to be close to finishing a set, but they haven't quite. And they're young. They'll get there. So this is a great opportunity for them to try to figure this out. You get the lead. You work that hard. How do you finish this, right? It's the old, right, the nail's halfway in the coffin. How do you get that all the way in? Rebels gain some momentum here. Timeout Barnesville. We'll go back to our activity schedule for next week. So next Friday, September 29th, our varsity football team will be hosting Warroad. And that's a 6 o'clock start, which is much different than our typical 7 o'clock because of how far Warroad has to travel. So that'll be a 6 o'clock game next Friday, September 29th. Saturday, September 30th, we will be hosting our 11th annual varsity volleyball tournament. And that'll be held at the high school. It'll be in the BSA and the middle gym. We have 7 other teams coming. That's starting at 9 a.m. Our girls' B team for volleyball will be traveling to DGF for an 8 a.m. tournament. And then our 8th grade volleyball team will be traveling to Hawley for an 8th grade tournament. So lots of DGF next week, lots of Hawley, lots of conference foes. Okay, coming out of the timeout here, Rebels trail the Trojans 18-20. Bjelland serving. Set by Haif. Set by Frederick for Brayton. Brayton's tip kept alive by Boyd. Back row attack by Bjelland. Frederick sets up Amelia Newell. Lexi Haif. Her serve goes into the net. She hit that one hard. Maybe 2 more inches up and that goes over. Coming into the game for the Rebels, number 13, Layla Fuss. In for number 8, Aria Garrett. Serving is number 6, Camille Costello. Bump by Pana. Set by Frederick. Hits the top of the net. Point Rebels. The score is 21-20, Barnesville. Set by Gray. Kept alive by Brayton. Gray gets it across. Bjelland. Set by Iwan. And that's a kill. I believe that was Kendall Kruger. Score is now 21-21. Costello to serve. Gray. Set by Frederick for Newell. Into the net. Kept alive. Kruger. They get it over. Gray. Set by Sophie Frederick for Brayton. Her kill attempt is blocked out of bounds by the Rebels. Point Trojans. Coming into the game, number 15, Abby John. For number 2, Kennedy Gray. Trojans lead 22-21. Lydia Brayton to serve. Bjelland's bump. Set by Iwan. Kept alive by Lydia Brayton. Back row attack by Lexi Haif. And that's a kill for Lexi Haif. Knocked out of bounds by number 3, Michaela Bjelland. Trojans lead 23-21. Lydia Brayton to serve. Costello keeps it alive. Set by Iwan. Point Trojans. Called a lift. This is set point for the Trojans, leading 24-21. Lydia Brayton to serve. Bjelland. Set by Iwan. Boyd finds the open spot in the back left corner. Much needed point for the Rebels. Scores 24-22. Still set point here for the Trojans. Serving for the Rebels is number 14, Hallie Schreiber. Bump by Pana. Set by Frederick for Newell. Costello And that's a kill by number 11, Chloe Fuller. DGF rallying here. 24-23, still set point for the Trojans. Schreiber to serve for the Rebels. Set by Pana. To Frederick. To Abby John. Just outside that white line. Point Rebels. It's 24-24. Rebels with the rally here. Just a little plug here coming up in between the first and second set. Well, I can do this right now. Maybe we'll put them on the microphone during this timeout. Got a special guest here. We got to make sure. So this is first time ever. We're trying double here. We're trying 2 microphones. Let's see. Let's see what you got. First question. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, good. So special guest here with me for the last couple points of this set and the minute and in between is our homecoming king this week, Zachary Bredman. He's also our starting quarterback. So what we'll do, we'll talk a little bit about homecoming week, and then we'll also talk about preview the game tomorrow night. So Zach, how you feeling about this first set right now, 24-24?
It's very exciting. I think they're playing well, and it's fun to watch.
Fun to watch. Yeah, it's a good crowd. You look both ways. Student section well represented by both schools. 2 conference rivals, right? We constantly talk about, you know, what to expect. All these girls know each other.
Yep.
So here we go. Schreiber to serve. Bump by Pana. John gets it across. Sets up Fuller. Blocked at the net. Pana gets it across. I'm not sure how. Boyd. Kept alive by Frederick. Set by Newell. Abby John tips it across. And that's going to be a point for the Trojans. 25-24. Zach, I'm not sure how. I don't know. I thought that was 4 hits, but that's why I'm not a ref. It was close. It was close. Amelia Newell serving for set point here. Costello. And that's a kill for number 11, Chloe Fuller, 25-25. Serving now is Ellie Boyd for the Rebels. If this is a preview of what this match is going to be, it's going to be a long night. Point Trojans as Boyd's serve sails long. Set point here for the Trojans. Macy Pana to serve. Set by Bieland. Fuller tips it across. Kept alive by Newell. Bumped across by Haft. And that's a kill for number 13, Layla Fuss. Back and forth, back and forth. Serving for the Rebels is number 13, Layla Fuss. Bump by Pana. Set up Newell. Back row attack by Gray. Tipped at the net. Little miscommunication there. They get it across by Fuller. Set by Newell for John. Blocked at the net. Sails out of bounds. Point Trojans. It's 27-26 Barnesville. Queen Kennedy Gray serving for the set. All hail Queen Kennedy Gray as she gets the set point, and the Trojans take set 1, 28-26. Yes, Zach, I was waiting for that. So, all right, we got 3 minutes. So let's, your senior year. What's this homecoming week been like for you?
It's gone by fast, really fast. I think it's been pretty good. We're having a lot of fun with the 8th hour activities this week, and just excited for the big game on Friday.
Big game on Friday, absolutely. Homecoming week, you think about it. You have a lot of them when you're in school, but the last one you have is special, right? Because this is it. And then once you get older, I think as you get older, you really appreciate what homecoming's all about.
Yes, for sure.
Go ahead.
From being like a freshman in high school and seeing how homecoming things work, just over the years, you never really know how fast it goes. And they're always fun. And I think this one came up pretty fast and is gone very fast. So just got to enjoy tomorrow. It'll be a very fun day with muscle volleyball, the parade, and then to end the night with the football game.
Yeah, and this is 3rd week of school, correct?
It is.
Yeah, so it's tough when you have But this was a no-brainer, right? When it's Holly,
Yeah.
it's 20 minutes down the road. It's your rival. This was a no-brainer to schedule for a homecoming. So leading into that homecoming game, what can people expect when they tune in to watch tomorrow night, or if they show up at 7 o'clock to watch that? It's Battle for the Paddle, correct?
It is Battle for the Paddle, yes. I'm pretty sure we've had it for the last, I don't know how many years, but I'm sure they want it back. And you could expect we're going to come out very fast, definitely very fast and physical, like we know how to play. It was a tough week last week with Pelican, but we managed to pull through and played very well in the second half. And I think if we continue to play like we know how to, I think it'll be a great game.
Great game. I like that. And, these two head coaches, you got Coach Strand, you got Coach Nats, two guys that I'd be curious to know what their record is against each other, but two guys that have had battles and battles and battles over the years, and two guys that know each other very well. And the best part about it is they're great friends off the field, and I think that's what makes it special. And the fact that we talked about it's the Battle for the Paddle. It's for Lee's paddle, Lee Eklund, who's a longtime teacher and coach over in Holly. It's going to be special, right? We're going to be honoring, a bunch of different things tomorrow night for that Hall of Honor, but one specifically is a football team. It's that 2010 team that was runner-up in state, and that was the team that sort of got everything. There was a team before that got to state, but for Barnesville football to get to that point, to that state championship game, that was the team that really set things in motion, got it moving faster.
It did, yeah.
So that'll be fun. I won't keep you unless you want to hang out here for a little bit.
That's all right.
All right, we're going to hang out for a while. So I'm going to have Zach here for the second set. So heading into the second set, Barnesville won the first one 28-26. Great momentum grab for them, as this is something they've been struggling with, right, is to win that first set, to grab that momentum and to keep it. They've been this close multiple times, so I'll be curious to see. It's homecoming week. There's so much going on.
Yep.
Where's your focus level at? Shout out to Jeff Nibby, our tech guy, who's constantly helping myself specifically, but Zach as well tonight with sound. All right, technical difficulty here. Switching headsets, so here we go. Interesting delay here. Because if you're Barnesville, you're thinking, let's get the second set rolling. We got the momentum.
Yep.
And then it's sort of a killer here as you wait. But so much, Zach, that goes into volleyball is where people line up, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that I feel like a lot of guys don't see or notice with the rotations and stuff like that. But
absolutely, I think we think it's Fayette volleyball where you just rotate through the 6 spots.
Right.
Amelia Newell to serve for the Trojans. Costello with the bump. Set by Schreiber. Fuller's blocked at the net. Boyd tips across, kept alive by Auburn Hintz. Newell sets up Pana. Bielan to Boyd, kept alive by Macy Pana. Newell sets up Auburn Hintz. Great hustle play by Fuller. Boyd gets it across. Bump by Gray. Pana tips it across, and that's a kill for Macy Pana. Barnesville takes an early 1-0 lead. Newell to serve again. Boyd. I believe that was Fuss. Pushed across there by Auburn Hintz. She finds the back left corner.
Good spot.
Good spot, absolutely. It's always tricky, I know you and I are going to talk like we don't know what we're talking about, but, when someone attacks, jumps like they're going to attack, and then just tips it across, those are always difficult to handle. Newell to serve with the Trojans leading 2-0. Boyd, kept alive by Abby Johns, sets up Pana. Pana pushes it to the back row. That's a point, Trojans. Trojans out to a 3-0 lead. Amelia Newell to serve again. Boyd. Great play by Pana to dig that up. Auburn Hintz set up by Newell. Kept alive. Costello gets it across. Abby John digs it out. Newell sets up Pana. Pana's kill attempt finds the ground. Point Trojans. Great start here, Zach. What do you think?
Yeah, they're playing well. I
Playing
think they
well.
got the momentum right now.
Crowd behind them. I'm glad we're respecting the white lines that I put out. Was that you and I, or was that, no, you didn't help me with that. That's a point Trojans. Timeout, DGF, as Barnesville jumps onto a 5-0 lead. Well, let's thank our sponsors while we wait. Thank you to our sponsors of Lee's Electric, Ratzell's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Bullgreen Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, and Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Zach, we have Holly this week, and we have Warroad next week.
Yep, 2 home games.
2 home games in a row, right? I would say it would be nice of your AD to do that, but he has nothing to do with that. So you go Warroad next week, and then what's after that?
I think we go to Park Rapids.
That's right. That's right. Park Rapids, then it's home versus Crookston. Then we end the season at Frazee.
Yep.
The thing is, we're already halfway. This is the 4th week.
It is.
It's scary to talk about.
Yeah.
But that's life. Life flies by, especially your senior year. I know you're my aide 3rd hour, but having Amelia Newell in there 6th hour, you know, we were talking about her schedule, and I was bringing up my schedule when I was a senior. She goes, "Oh, when was that?" I go, "Oh, 06-07. She goes, "That's when I was born." And that was my old moment. So here we go. Speaking of Amelia Newell, here she is to serve again with the Trojans leading 5-0. Fuss's kill attempt sails wide. Close to being tipped. Point Trojans. Trojans leading 6-0. Newell still serving. Boyd digs it out. Yelland. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Newell. Good communication by Pana and Haft. Sets up Fuller. Fuller blocked at the net, but it finds the ground on the Trojan side. Almost said Nuggets. Point Rebels. Thinking of tomorrow night a little bit. That's a kill by Fuller. Serving is Ellie Boyd. Bump by Gray. Set by Newell for Abby John. Violation. You know what all those hand signals mean, Zach?
Oh, man, not really.
No.
They're pretty confusing for me.
Some are similar, some are, yeah, it's hard, but the more you watch, the easier I think it gets. Set by Gray. Newell sets up John. Her kill attempt finds, it's blocked at the net, and it goes out of bounds. Point Trojans. I was saying earlier how when they set that up with that running attack, that's so hard.
It's working well right now.
It is working well. I don't know if they call that a slide. I'm not sure. Pana serve. Kept alive by Bieland. Costello. Into the net is Fuller. Point Trojans. I'm getting critiques on my phone right now. I love it. They want more from Zach Redmond. And that's a kill for Chloe Fuller. Scores 8-3. Shout out to Braden Bredman. Love the interview with his brother. Yeah, that's pretty special that your family gets 2 years in a row of, one of their sons experiencing a senior homecoming. And how special for you last year to share, all that special moments with him on the football field, the basketball court.
Yeah.
And to watch him end his senior year the way he did at that track meet is amazing. Gray bumps it across. Kept alive by Boyd. Tips Garrett. Lexi Haft.
Good swing.
Good swing is right. Her kill attempt finds the ground. That's a point. Susan Yeski telling us that was inbounds. Point Trojans. Kennedy Gray to serve with the Trojans leading 9-3. Costello sets. Fuller's kill attempt. Kept alive by Gray. Dugout. Good effort by Lydia, but not enough. That's a point Rebels. Trojans lead 9-4. Fuller serve. Returned by Haft. Sets up Hintz. Blocked at the net, but it's out of bounds. Point Trojans. Coming into the game is number 19, Madeline Iwin for the Rebels, and number 2, Kendall Kruger. Coming into for the Trojans, number 5, Sophie Frederick. Score is 10-4 with Frederick to serve. Boyd, set by Iwin for Kruger. Kruger's kill attempt sails into the net. Point Trojans. It's a big crowd here tonight, Zach.
It is. The student section, they're pretty loud the second set, but the first set they were slacking a little bit.
I think that win in the first set woke them up.
Yep.
Bielen's kill attempt is blocked at the net, but it goes wide, out of bounds. It's a kill for Bielen and a point for the Rebels. The score is 11-5. Serving, I believe that's Michaela Bieland, who's also a very good softball player. Her serve attempt does not make it over. That's a point for the Trojans. Serving for the Trojans is number 9, Lexi Haft. And that's an ace for Lexi Haft. I think it was a little bit of confusion about...
Yep, right on the line.
Right on the line. Good spot. That's Lexi Haft's first ace of the night. Another...
Goes opposite side.
Yep, another ace by Lexi Haft. You're right. Starts with the left, comes to the right. Are we thinking middle? What are we thinking here?
I don't know. I'm thinking back to the left.
Back to the left. All right. Little ping pong. Middle.
Middle.
Boyd's kill attempt is tipped at the net and it goes out of bounds. They were asking for it and they got it. Point Rebels, a much needed point as they trail the Trojans 14-6. Serving for the Rebels is number 6, Camille Costello. Returned by Gray. Frederick set for Brayton. She pushes it across. Set by Iwin for Fuller. Or excuse me, that was Kruger. And that's a kill for Kruger. All right, 14-7, Zach. Barnesville has that momentum. How do they keep that momentum right now?
I think they just got to stay out of their own heads.
You know what?
Communicate.
Communicate. I love it. Volleyball, well, any sport, it's a mental game, but I think this one especially because you can't let one mistake snowball into 5 mistakes.
Right.
Nobody plays a perfect game, you know? And that's a kill for number 13, Layla Fuss. Rebels on a little run here. Scores 14-8. Costello to serve. It's a nice view over here, isn't it?
It is.
It is. That's an ace for Costello. Score is 14-9. Little miscommunication by the Trojans there. Pana keeps it alive. Set by Frederick for Newell. Yellen, set by Iwin for Kruger. Kruger's kill attempt sails wide.
It's a point they needed.
Much needed point. They were on that mini run there. 15-9, Trojans lead with Lydia Brayton to serve. Yellen, set by Iwin. I believe that was Boyd. Set by Iwin for Kruger. Frederick digs it out. Set by for Pana. Blocked at the net. Pushed over by Haft. Sets up Fuss. Shaking her head. She didn't like it. Pana tips it. Blocked. Newell's kill attempt. Good effort play, but Iwin knocks it out of bounds. Point Trojans. Score is 16-9. Crowd's gone quiet again. What's going on with our student section over there?
I don't know. There's too much talking going on, I think.
Need Robidoux to get angry.
Yep.
Boyd gets it across. Brayton keeps it alive. We got a little miscommunication, but Haft and Brayton work through it. Fuss blocked at the net. Dug out by Pana. Set back to Pana. Her kill attempt is blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Point, Trojans, and that's a kill for number 8, Macy Pana. Serving for the Trojans, number 3, Lydia Brayton. And that's a kill for Lydia Brayton. We talked about that mini run, Zach. Yep. Now the Trojans are going on one themselves.
Yep. Timeout DGF.
Timeout DGF. So you're going to stay through the second set?
What's up?
You're going to stay through the second set?
No, I could probably go.
Yeah, you can go if you want. Yeah.
I don't care.
No, it's up to you.
We'll finish the second
Let's finish
set.
this set. Perfect.
Yep.
And then you can leave me alone here. That sounds good. So what activities do we have tomorrow? So everybody at home.
We start the day with muscle volleyball.
Muscle volleyball.
And then, I'm honestly not sure. I know that there's a pie in the face challenge going on, so you can pay X amount of dollars to pie whoever you want on the court.
I may or may not have paid some money to pie 2 softball players in the face. I can't confirm that, but it might happen. Maybe QB1 and the King needs some pie too. I mean, you might be
I don't know about
You need to have a good meal before the football game tomorrow. So pie's pretty nutritious. It'd fill you up.
I'll stick to my peanut butter and jelly pregame meal.
PB&J. Hey, classic. Can't go wrong. Who makes that? You or Angie?
Usually my mom.
That's your mom loves it. That's awesome. Brayton serve across. Set by Iwin. Number 13, Layla Fuss finds an open spot for a kill. Point Rebels. Score is 18-10. Serving now for the Rebels is number 14, Hallie Schreiber. Pana returns it, set by Frederick. John gets creative and tips it across. And it's blocked, but the block goes out of bounds. Point Trojans, scores 19-10. Subbing in for the Trojans, number 10, Auburn Hintz, for number 5, Sophie Frederick. You almost lose Amelia there for a second into the student section. I love how I said they were respecting the white line, but now they are not.
Yeah.
Fuss's kill attempt goes into the net. Point Trojans. Evan Packer's trying to do a nice job over there. Boyd keeps it alive. Pushes across. And Abby John under the net, over the line. Subbing into the game for the Rebels is number 1, Livia West. Number 4, Carly Wagner. Serving is Livia West for the Rebels. Gray returns. Tip. That's a lift. Yeah, you know that one.
I do.
You do. I feel like I get called for that a lot when I play volleyball.
It's all right.
West to serve again for the Rebels. Tip by Newell. Rebels on a mini run here themselves. Score is 20-13. Barnesville still leading. West serve attempt goes long. It's a point Trojans. Coming into the game is number 6, Elizabeth Mulcahy. I believe she was named the MVP of the Powder Puff football game last night.
I would sure hope so.
I mean, I told her yesterday, after seeing her run that fast, I've never seen her run that fast. I expect to see that on the softball field now when she's rounding the bases. Gray keeps it alive. Set by Newell for Haft. Haft's kill attempt finds the open spot.
Good hit.
Yeah, good hit. Good swing, right?
Yep.
That's a kill for Lexi Haft. Trojans lead 22-13. Now serving for the Trojans is their most valuable player from the Powder Puff game, Elizabeth Mulcahy.
QB1.
QB1. And that's a kill for Elizabeth Mulcahy.
That's an ace.
That's an ace. Yeah, my bad. I was excited. I got too excited.
I got you.
That's why I got you. That's an ace. Coming into the game for the Trojans, number 11, Paige Brayton. Subbing out is number 9, Lexi Haft. Mulcahy to serve. Costello. Kept alive. Blocked at the net. Costello with a great effort play. Set by Newell for Brayton. Page gets it across. And that's a kill for number 13, Layla Fuss.
Good effort by DGF there.
Yeah, you're down 10. The easy thing to do is give up, right? The hard thing to do is keep fighting. And you were spot on in that point right there. They fought and fought and fought. Serving, number 13, Layla Fuss. Good dig by Mulcahy. Set by Newell for John. Her kill attempt goes under the net, and that's a point for the Rebels. Score is now 23-15. Fuss to serve. Zach's getting sleeper notifications for fantasy. Must mean something's going on. And that's a kill for number 4, Carly Wagner. Good effort by Newell. Serving still for the Rebels is Layla Fuss. Rebels need a run here. Returned by Brayton. Set by Newell. Back row attack by Gray. Sails long. Point Rebels.
On a run.
On a run here. I would say if they get another one, I got a feeling we might see a timeout from the Trojans. Rebels are out of timeouts here in the second set. Trojans have 2 left. Brayton's bump. Set by Newell for John. Her kill attempt is blocked by Garrett. She pushes across as Abby John. It's a bump by Schreiber. Wagner. Her kill attempt goes long. That's set point for the Trojans. Coming into the game is number 3, Lydia Brayton. I believe number 6, Camille Costello. Set point here for Kennedy Gray.
Ethan Larson starting the clapping.
I love it. Dug out by Mulcahy. Not enough. And that's a point Rebels. It's a good swing over there by Chloe Fuller. Scores 24-18. Trojans still on set point. Crowd's getting into it. Set by Mulcahy. Sets up Brayton. Her kill attempt sails wide. 24-19. Fuller to serve again. Coach Asgard giving some inspiration over there. Mulcahy. Set by Newell. Back row attack by Gray. Sails wide left. 24-20.
Not quitting.
Nope. You're right. I think we talked about
timeout.
But was it 23-13, I think, or 20, something like that?
Yep.
So you're looking at, since then, they're on a 7-1 run. So great rally here by the Rebels. It shows, they don't quit. So taking a timeout here, Zach, I'm going to, put you on the spot. If you're a coach, right, you've had this lead, and you can relate this to any sport, right? And you're that close to finishing it, and you've sort of given that other team life. How do you seal the deal here? What are you saying to them?
Motivation. I don't know what I'm saying there, but it's just effort, I think.
Yep.
Everybody gives all they got for this last point here, and they communicate again, which is huge. I think they can pull it out.
Got to focus, right?
Yep.
Hey, you've worked this. It's so easy to get that close to the finish line and lose focus of your target, right? Because you're like, I'm that close, I can take a breath.
Yeah.
You can't. You got to have that killer instinct. You got to go in for it there. Serving, Chloe Fuller. Trojans leading 24-20. Hintz's kill attempt. And that's set point for the Trojans. Trojans take set 2, 25-20. And as we get our little break here, I'll just say thank you to Zach for hopping on.
Thank you.
Yep. Best of luck tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. So we have 3 minutes here. Well, we'll do that. We'll give a shout out to our sponsors: Lee's Electric, Ratzo's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ball Green Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, and Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Trojans have jumped out to a 2-set lead in the second set, they had that 23-13 lead, and Rebels did a nice job clawing their way back into it, but the Barnesville Trojans found a way to finish. So heading into the third set, Barnesville has all that momentum. They haven't had a sweep all year. This would be their first one, and I think this would be something they could build off here heading into the heart of conference season. They're 0-2 in the conference, but they still have quite a few conference games left and quite a few section games left, and this would be the start of it. Split the pot is $89. Courtesy of the voice of the Trojans, Jed Johnson. So some Heart of Lake standings. All right, Mr. Johnson announcing split the pot. We'll see who wins, but some Heart of Lake's conference standings for volleyball. I printed these before, after school, so these are current, I believe, from Minnesota Scores. Hawley has a 2-0 conference record with an overall record of 7-3. Perm is 2-0 in the conference as well with an overall record of 9-7. Breck is 1-0 in the conference with an overall record of 9-3. DGF is 1-1 in the conference with an overall record of 7-7. Frazee is 0-1 in the conference with an overall record of 5-7. Pelican Rapids is 0-2 in the conference with an overall record of 9-3. And Barnesville sits at 0-2 in the conference with an overall record of 2-8. So as I said, a lot left to play for here for Barnesville. If they can get this one here tonight, the winner of Split the Pot donated it all back. Awesome. But back to Barnesville. If Barnesville can find a way to win this game here tonight, I think that this is the jump start they could use. They've been looking for something to go their way, something right. And all it takes is one step. Something special about tonight's volleyball match as well is our two officials are actually a father-son. Something that probably doesn't happen very often in officiating, so very cool. And we've been very lucky. We've had Jeremy here, one of the officials, for our first 3 home games, so pretty cool that he gets to ref with his dad tonight. Rebels to start here in the third set. Abby John pushes across, kept alive by Costello. Fuller's kill attempts blocked at the net, but it stays on Barnesville's side. Point Rebels. Serving for the Rebels is number 14, Hallie Schreiber. Pana keeps it alive. Set by Frederick for Newell. Good dig by Schreiber. Costello bumps. Newell keeps it alive. Bump by Gray. Pana gets it across. Schreiber to Fuss. Frederick sets up Pana. Pana tips it across. Boyd. Schreiber. Fuller. Returned by Gray. Bump by Schreiber for Fuss. Have hits it into the net. That's a kill. Point Rebels. Similar start here for, well, Trojans had a similar start in set 2 as the Rebels have here in set 3. You get out to that early lead, it's a great momentum builder. John kills attempt, finds the ground. That's a point, Barnesville. Coming into the game for the Trojans, number 10, Auburn Hintz. Rebels lead 2-1 here in the third set. Amelia Newell to serve for the Trojans. Good dig by Costello. Set by Schreiber. And that's a kill for Fuller. Chloe Fuller. That's her 7th kill of the night. A little miscommunication in the back row by the Trojans. Nobody home. Boyd to serve. Return by Gray. Newell sets up Hintz. She pushes across. A double hit. Point Rebels. Rebels lead 4-1. Boyd to serve. A dig by Pana, set by Newell for Hintz. Her kill attempt's blocked at the net. Fuller. Her kill attempt's blocked at the net, but it finds the ground here on Barnesville's side. Point Rebels, and that's Fuller's 8th kill of the night. Boyd to serve with the Rebels leading 5-1. Pana, set by Newell. Abby John, kill attempt blocked at the net, but kept alive. Fuss, her kill attempt finds the ground, finds the open spot. That's Fuss's 7th kill of the night. Rebels lead 6-1. Boyd's serve attempt. Kept alive by Gray. Hintz, kill attempt blocked at the net. Blocked by Fuller and Fuss. Schreiber sets up Fuss. She finds the open spot for her. I wanted to say 8th kill. I was right. 8th kill of the night. Boyd to serve. Returned by Pana. Newell. Great play by Amelia Newell. And that's a kill for her. The Rebels leading the Trojans 7-2. Stop the Rebels streak. Set by Schreiber. Bjelland. Over the line. That's a point for the Trojans. Score is now 7-3. Bjelland. Up by Schreiber. Fuss's kill attempts. Tipped. Out of bounds. Coming into the game for the Rebels is number 8, Aria Garrett. Serving for the Rebels will be number 13, Layla Fuss. The Rebels leading 8-3. Fuss's serve attempt sails long. Point Trojans. Lydia Brayton checking into the game for the Trojans. Serving for the Trojans, number 2, Kennedy Gray. Returned by Bjelland, sets up Lydia Brayton. Miscommunication by Newell and Hintz. And that's a point Rebels. Serving for the Rebels, number 11, Chloe Fuller. Returned by Haft. Set up Hintz. She pushes across. Garrett's kill attempts blocked at the net by Lydia Brayton. And it finds the ground. That's a point Trojans. Coming to the game for the Rebels is number 2, Kendall Kruger, and number 19, Madeline Iwin. Sophie Frederick checking into the game for the Trojans. Frederick to serve, with the Trojans trailing the Rebels 5-9. Set by Iwin. Bjelland. Kept alive by Newell. Tries to get tricky. Bjelland pushes it across. Excuse me, Iwin. Brayton tips it across. Calls a lift. Point. Rebels. Rebels lead the third set 10-5. Serving is Michaela Bjelland. Hafe sets. Bumps up Newell here. Newell's tipped at the net. Kept alive by Garrett. Costello with a hustle play to get it over. Set by Frederick. Newell tips it across. Blocked at the net. Brayton tips it across and finds the open spot in the short left corner there. Great play by Lydia Brayton. Point Trojans. Score is 6-10 with Lexi Hafe serving. Costello returns. Set by Iwin. Boyd hits it out of bounds. That's a point for Barnesville. Barnes on a little run here to cut into the lead. 10-7. Ooh, Hafe's serve barely makes it over. Garrett's kill attempt. Kept alive by Gray, but out of bounds. And that's a kill for number 8, Aria Garrett. Coming into the game for the Rebels is number 13, Layla Fuss. Serving for the Rebels is Camille Costello. The Rebels leading 11-7 here in the third set. Costello's serve attempt goes into the net. Point Trojans. Abby John checking in for our libero, number 2. Queen Kennedy Gray. Lydia Brayton to serve. Good effort by John there. Had the right idea, but just didn't get it across. Point Rebels. Rebels lead 12-8. Serving for the Rebels is number 14, Hallie Schreiber. Hafe sets. Frederick. Newell's kill attempts blocked at the net. And that's a kill for number 11, Chloe Fuller. Her 9th kill of the night. Rebels lead 13-8. Bump by Pana. Good effort by Frederick. But couldn't keep it alive. That's an ace. That's a point for Rebels. Rebels lead 14-8. Hafe keeps it alive. Bump by Frederick. Pana hits it across. And that's a kill for Macy Pana. Point Trojans. Scores 14-9. Coming into the game for Barnesville's number 10, Auburn Hintz. For number 5, Sophie Frederick. Serving for the Trojans, number 1, Amelia Newell. Boyd. Set by Schreiber. Fuss's kill attempts blocked at the net. Gray gets it across. Set by Schreiber for Boyd. Blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds. Point Rebels. Score is 15-9. Rebels lead here in the third set. Serving is Ellie Boyd. Gray. Good effort by Newell. Pana pushes it across. Nope. Calls a double hit. Good effort by Barnesville there, but it wasn't enough. Timeout Barnesville, with the Rebels leading 16-9 here in the third set. We'll take time to go over our activity schedule again, for those of you that may not have been listening earlier. So tomorrow, Friday, September 22nd, it's CPT, which is a late start for us here in Barnesville. It's a 10:30 start. And then it's homecoming Friday, which means tomorrow is just full of activities, with the parade being the main thing at around 1:30. Tomorrow night we have our varsity volleyball, varsity football. I'm currently doing the varsity volleyball game. We have our homecoming football game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against Hawley. Saturday, September 23rd, our 7th and 8th grade girls volleyball teams will travel to DGF for their tournaments. Special thing about Saturday, too, it's my daughter Clara's 7th birthday, so we'll be having a big old birthday party at Games Galore in Moorhead. And that leads into Monday. Next Monday, we have 7th and 8th grade football at DGF. We have JV football here in Barnesville. And then our C-team volleyball travels to Hawley next week to take on the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines and the Hawley Nuggets. Serving for the Rebels is Ellie Boyd. The Rebels leading 16-9. Set by Newell. Hintz pushes it across. Set up Fuller. Fuller pushes it across. And that's a kill for Chloe Fuller. Point Rebels. That's Fuller's 10th kill of the night. Rebels have all the momentum right now, leading 17-9 in the third set. Good dig by Gray. But she sets up Michaela Bielin, who gets the kill. Her 4th kill of the night. And the Rebels double up the Trojans here, 18-9. Ellie Boyd's serve attempt goes long. Point Trojans. Rebels lead 18-10 here in the third set. Macy Pana to serve for the Trojans. Costello, set by Schreiber. Fuss's kill attempts dug out. Pushed across. Calling a double hit on Lexi Hafe. That's a point for the Rebels. Rebels lead 19-10. Serving for the Rebels is number 13, Layla Fuss. Returned by Gray. Set by Newell. That's an over-the-net violation on the Rebels. Point Trojans. Trojans lead 19-11. Yellen blocked at the net. Garrett sets up. Fuller blocked at the net. Yellen again. And that's a kill for Michaela Bieland in the back left corner. Her 5th of the night. Rebels lead 20-11. Serving for the Rebels is number 11, Chloe Fuller. Hannah sets. Set by Newell. She tips it across and finds that open spot. You're a wizard, Amelia. You're a wizard. Coming into the game is number 19, Madeline Iwin. And number 2, Kendall Kruger. Coming in for the Trojans, number 5, Sophie Frederick. Frederick to serve for the Trojans, trailing 12-20. Set by Iwin. Garrett blocked at the net. Brayton keeps it alive. Set by Frederick. Newell tips it across. That's a kill for Amelia Newell. Her 3rd of the night. Rebels still lead 20-13. Yellen's kill attempt is tipped at the net and goes out of bounds, but because it was tipped, it's a point Rebels. Little confusion there. I think Barnesville thought it was their point. Yellen to serve. Haft. Set by Frederick for Brayton. Brayton's kill attempt. Deflected out of bounds by number 6, Camille Costello. Point Trojans, much needed. It's 21-14. Barnesville's going to go on a run. Now is the time. Lexi Haft to serve. Costello sets it up. Iwin for Boyd. Returned by Haft. Set by Frederick. Gray from the back row. Set by Iwin. Kruger gets it across. Tipped out of bounds by the Trojans. And that's a kill for number 2, Kendall Kruger. Her 1st of the night. Rebels lead the Trojans 22-14. Camille Costello to serve. Great bump by Pana. Can they get it across? Good effort, but not enough. Point Rebels. Rebels lead 3rd set, 23-14. Costello to serve. Set by Pana. That's an ace for Camille Costello. Her 2nd of the night. Rebels are at set point here in the 3rd set. Rebel fans are standing up. Wearing that beautiful Barnesville purple. Set by Frederick. Newell's kill attempt is out. That is set point for the Rebels. The Rebels take set 3, 25-14. Rebels back were against the wall, and they rallied there. Showed that they're not quitters. They're going to fight. And I think if you're Coach Tisfer over there, I think I pronounced Tisfer, sorry. I think you're happy. You got to be very happy with that. Back to our activity schedule. So next Tuesday, September 26th, our 7th and 8th grade volleyball will be hosting DGF starting at 4 o'clock. 7th grade will play at 4 in the BSA, and 8th grade will play at 5 in the BSA. Our girls' B team, JV, and varsity volleyball will be traveling to Henning. That's starting at 5 o'clock for B team, 6 o'clock for JV, and 7:15 for varsity. Thursday, September 28th, our cross-country teams, both boys and girls, will be traveling to Pelican for a 4 o'clock meet. Our 7th and 8th grade volleyball team will be hosting Pelican Rapids and Perm here at the high school. 7th grade will play in the middle gym. 8th grade is going to play in our varsity gym you're currently looking at, the BSA. We'll also be hosting DGF for 9th grade football starting at 4:30. Our B team, JV, and varsity volleyball will be traveling to Breckenridge. JV and B team starting at 6, varsity starting at 7. Next Friday, September 29th, Barnesville football will be hosting Warroad starting at 6 o'clock. And reminder, that is a 6 o'clock game for all the fans. Different than normal. 7 o'clock is normal. It's 6 o'clock because Warroad travels so far. Next Saturday, we'll be hosting our 11th annual Varsity Volleyball Tournament. That starts at 9 a.m. We'll be playing in the BSA and the middle gyms. Next Saturday, the 30th, we'll be sending our B team volleyball to DGF for a tournament, and we'll also be sending our 8th grade volleyball team over to Hawley for a tournament. And that's the activity schedule for tomorrow and next week. Lots of DGF, as I said before. We play them in JV football. We play them in 7th and 8th grade football, and we play them in 9th and 10th grade football. So it's a week full of DGF for our football teams. Shout out to DGF's high school principal, Joe O'Keefe. He was my 7th grade math teacher. And I know anybody listening that knows Mr. O'Keefe, he's one that you cannot forget. He's a guy that'll leave you shaking your head, but you'll be smiling. All right, 4th set here about to start. Barnesville leading 2-1. Refs checking the order, checking the lineups, making sure everybody's in the right spot. Barnesville will serve first. Amelia Newell start things off here in the 4th set. Boyd, kept alive by Schreiber. Boyd's kill attempt is dug out by Gray. Set up Pana. Boyd digs it out. Set by Schreiber. For Fuller, she pushes across. And that's a kill for Chloe Fuller. Her 11th of the night. Rebels take the first point of set 4 and they lead 1-0. Serving, number 10, Ellie Boyd. Her serve barely makes it over. Set by Newell. Back row attack by Gray. Tipped at the net. Kept alive by Fuss. Blocked at the net by Abby John. Pushed over by Costello. Newell keeps it alive. Gray pushes it over. Set by Schreiber. For Fuss. Blocked at the net. Newell digs it out. Gray gets it across. Boyd. Set up Fuller. Set by Haft. Newell keeps it. That's a point for the Rebels. Rebels lead 2-0. That was a great volley. Boyd to serve. Set by Pana. Set by Newell. Pushed across by Hins. Blocked at the net by number 15, Abby John. Point Trojans. Much needed point there. Didn't want to dig yourself to any bigger hole than 2-0. Macy Pana to serve. Costello. Schreiber. Fuss. Dug out by Newell. And that's a kill for Michaela Bieland. No hesitation there. Rebels lead 3-1. That was Bieland's 7th kill of the night. Pana digs it out. Set by Newell. John gets it across. Set by Schreiber for Fuller. She tips it across. Kept alive. And we're over the line. Point Trojans. Score is 3-2. Queen Kennedy Gray to serve for the Trojans. That's an ace for Kennedy Gray. DGF, I think, thought that wasn't going to make it over, and they turned their backs. And there it was. That's an ace. Scores 3-3. Gray to serve. And that goes long. Point Rebels. Fuller to serve for the Rebels. Returned by Haft. Brayton's kill attempt kept alive by Bjelland. Set up Garrett, blocked to the net by Brayton. Set by Newell for Haft. Double hit. Rebels lead 5-3. Chloe Fuller to serve. Turned by Haft. Newell keeps it alive. Gray gets it over. That sails long. Rebels lead 6-3. Haft. Set by Newell. Auburn hits. That's a kill. Much needed one. Rebels lead Trojans 6-4. A lot of substitutions. Frederick into the game. Iwan into the game. And Kendall Kruger into the game. Sophie Frederick to serve. Kept alive by Boyd. Iwan. Boyd gets it across. Set by Frederick for Newell. And that's a kill for Amelia Newell. Her fourth of the night. Trojans trail the Rebels 5-6. Frederick to serve. Kruger. Set by Iwan for Garrett. A dig by Pana. Set by Frederick. Haft's kill attempt. Boyd keeps it alive. Set by Iwan. And that's a kill for Kendall Kruger. Finds a spot in the back row. Rebels lead 7-5. Bjelland serve, sails long. Point Trojans. Haft to serve. Bjelland. Mana. Score is 7-7. Lexi Haft to serve. Set by Iwan for Boyd. Kept alive by Pana. Set by Frederick for Newell. Bjelland with the bump. Sets up Kruger. Kept alive by Gray. Great effort play by Frederick. Pana finds a way. Bjelland. Iwan for Garrett. For kill attempt. And that's good for Aria Garrett. That's a point for the Rebels. Rebels lead 8-7. Checking into the game for the Rebels, number 13, Layla Fuss. Serving for the Rebels is Camille Costello. Returned by Pana. And that's a kill for Layla Fuss, which I believe is going to be... Wait. Gonna have some discussion here. Was she over the net or was she not? Point Rebels, she was not. So that is a kill for Layla Fuss. Rebels lead 9-7. Costello serve, returned by Pana. Pana gets it across. Bjelland. Iwan for Fuss. And that's a kill. Knocked out of bounds by number 2, Kennedy Gray. Fuss's 10th kill of the night. Rebels now lead 10-7. Great hustle play by Ava Fallingstead over in the corner. Costello to serve, leading 10-7. Pana, set by Frederick for Newell. Newell's kill attempt blocked at the net, but it finds the open spot. It's a kill for Newell, her 5th of the night. Much needed point for the Trojans as they trail the Lady Rebels 10-8. Lydia Brayton to serve. Bjelland. Iwan keeps it alive. That's a kill for number 10, Ellie Boyd. Deflected at the net. Coming into the game for the Rebels is number 11 and number 14. We have Chloe Fuller and Hallie Schreiber. Schreiber to serve. The Rebels leading 11-8. Hafe keeps it alive. Frederick for John. John's kill attempt finds the line on the left side. Score is 11-9. That's John's 10th kill of the night. Checking into the game for the Trojans is number 10, Auburn Hintz. For number 5, Sophie Frederick. Amelia Newell to serve. Boyd, set by Schreiber. Fuss's kill attempt goes into the net. Point Trojans. Score is 10-11. Rebels leading. Amelia Newell to serve. The Trojans are down 1 with number 1 to serve. Costello. Into the net. That's a point. Trojans. 11-11. Make a wish. Newell to serve. Costello. Set by Schreiber. Pushed across by Fuller. Newell set for Pana. She gets it across. Costello. Fuller. Blocked at the net. Point Trojans. Trojans lead now 12-11. Newell to serve. Boyd, set by... Great play by number 13. Layla Fuss. Took enough off of that to get her 11th kill of the night. Much needed point to tie things up at 12-12. Boyd to serve. Pana, set by Newell for John. Tips it across, and that's a kill for Abby John. Her 11th of the night. Boyd, set by Schreiber. It's a double hit. Point Trojans. Scores 14-12. In our back and forth fourth set here. Pana to serve for the Trojans. Costello. Kept alive. Newell. Hafe's kill attempt. And that sails wide. Point Rebels. Scores 14-13 with number 13, Layla Fuss, serving. Gray, set by Newell, tips it across. Fuller keeps it alive. Yellen, kept alive by Newell. Bump by Pana. Hintz pushes it across. Schreiber, Boyd, Fuller hits it across. Gray keeps it alive. Newell's bumped. Hafe pushes to the back corner. Kept alive by Boyd. What a volley. Hafe's kill attempt's blocked. Kept alive by Newell. Auburn Hintz gets it across. Garrett tips, kept alive by Newell. Pana to Hafe, she gets it over. And then finds the open spot. Wow. Great effort plays made by both teams there. It's one of those that you don't want to end. You just want to keep watching that back and forth, back and forth. It's like when you watch tennis. You're out of rotation here. That's going to be a point. Rebels scores 15-14. Fuller to serve. Kept alive by Hafe. Newell to Hintz. That's a kill for number 10, Auburn Hintz, her third of the night. Couple substitutions here. Iwin and Kruger in for the Rebels. Number 5, Sophie Frederick in for the Trojans. Frederick to serve. Frederick. Boyd. Set by Iwin for Garrett. Kill attempts dug out by Pana. Lydia Brayton keeps it alive. Pushed over by Gray. Iwin keeps it alive. Bumped by Costello. Fuller. That's a kill. Excuse me. Made that same mistake again. That's Kendall Kruger. They're on the far side. Hard to see. Great play. It's her third kill of the night. Yellen. Turned by Pana, set by Frederick for Haft. Her kill attempt finds the left side. Great swing by number 9, Lexi Haft. Trojans lead in the fourth set, 17-15. Haft to serve. Returned by Costello. Sets up Brayton, who tips. As a front row player, you gotta love when those returns just come right to you. Timeout, Rebels. Fourth set, Trojans lead the Rebels 18-15. Been a back and forth fourth set. Crowd is starting to get into it more. We'll see if this timeout works for the Rebels. I think it's a great time to take one. We're at that 18-point mark. Time to regroup, reset. And volleyball is a game of runs. You can get hot at any moment. You know, a 3-point lead, a 4-point lead, a 5-point lead, that's really nothing. If you can get the right server and the right rotation, anything can happen. Officials are meeting with the line judges here. It's what we call a meeting of the minds. 10 seconds left in this timeout. Both teams still in their huddles. Rebels break first. Trojans break right at the buzzer. Haft to serve for the Trojans, with the Trojans leading 18-15. Costello, Iwin, Boyd. She can't get it across. That's a double hit, excuse me. Point Trojans. Trojans lead 19-15 here in the fourth set. Haft to serve. Yellen. Iwin. Tipped by Pana. Pana keeps it alive. Frederick. Back row attack by Kennedy Gray. Iwin sets up Kruger. Frederick to Newell, to Pana, blocked at the net, set by Frederick, Newell, that's Iwin, to Costello, to Kruger, into the net, to point Trojans. Trojans lead 20-15. Lexi Haft to serve, set by Garrett, Kruger, returned by Gray, set by Frederick for Brayton. Blocked at the net, and that's a kill for number 3, Lydia Brayton. Her fourth kill of the night. Timeout, DGF. Trojans lead 21-15 in the fourth set. Rebels just took their second timeout of the fourth set. And last timeout, the score was 18-15. Trojans have gone on a 3-0 run here since that last time out and have grabbed the momentum. And this is what we talked about before. Trojans have gotten to this point. They got to learn to finish, right? They've had a young team with inexperience. This is a great opportunity not only to win, but to learn as well. Learn how to seal the deal. Learn how to win. Learn how to finish a match. Rebels out of the timeout with 20 seconds. Trojans waste no time either. Haft to serve. With the Trojans leading 21-15. Yellen, set by Iwin for Garrett. The kill attempt goes long. Trojans lead 22-15. Haft to serve again. Barely over the net. And that's an ace for Lexi Haft. Trojans lead 23-15. Yellen. Iwan sets up Kruger, tips across, finds that open spot. That's a kill for Kendall Kruger. Trojans lead 23-16. Costello to serve. Returned by Gray. Set by Frederick for Pana. Blocked at the net. Gets it across. Iwan. Boyd tips it across. Kept alive by Newell. Gray pushes, and that's a double hit. Point Rebels. Trojans lead 23-18 with Costello serving. Excuse me, 17. Pana. News kill attempt is blocked and lands in bounds. Point Rebels. I believe that was Ellie Boyd with the block. Now it's 23-18. Costello to serve. Pana. Frederick. Can't dig it out of the net. 23-19. Rebels on a mini run here. Timeout Trojans. I think this is a perfect time for a timeout where we can thank our sponsors. So thank you to our sponsors: Lee's Electric, Ratsos Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Ballgreen Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, and Barnesville Drug and Hardware. So we've had 3 timeouts in a span of about 5 minutes. First timeout was taken with the Trojans leading 18-15. Then the Trojans went on a 3-0 run and were leading 21-15. Now the Rebels have gone on a little run themselves to cut that to 23-19. So Coach Asgard just trying to refocus the girls, say, hey, you're 2 points away. Focus, focus, focus. A lot of distractions with homecoming week, right? Big crowd. Easy to get distracted, but it's hard to stay in that moment. Don't let the moment be bigger than you. Both teams out of the huddle at the same time. Costello to serve for the Rebels. The Rebels trailing the Trojans 19-13. Gray. Set by Frederick for Braden. She tips it over. Boyd digs it out. Set by Iwan for Kruger. Blocked at the net. Brayton keeps it alive. Newell. Hafe pushes across. Back corner. Iwan set for Boyd. Tips it over. Brayton. Gray. Her back row attack. Makes it over, but it goes out of bounds. Point Rebels. The score is 23-20. Costello serving. Pana. Frederick for Pana. Set. Boyd pushes it across. Gray keeps it alive. Set by Sophie Frederick for Brayton. She tips. Great effort play by Iwan. Boyd's kill attempt is blocked out of bounds by the Trojans. Trojans lead is cut to 2. Score is 23-21. Camille Costello to serve. Pana. Set by Frederick for Newell. Newell's kill attempt's blocked by number 13, Layla Fuss. Score is 23-22. Costello serve, returned by Pana. Set by Frederick for Newell. Her attack sails wide. Rebels have rallied to tie it, 23-23. Timeout Trojans. Rebel fans chanting "Coaches rattled." I believe it's hard to tell. I don't believe either coach is rattled. I think both coaches are veteran coaches. Both coaches have been in this moment. I think Coach Asgard is just being smart and taking a timeout at the perfect time to say, you know what, relax. Yes, they've made a run. Yes, they've tied the game. But you know what? It's still right in front of us. We can still win this. Rebels out of the timeout with a little over 20 seconds left. Here come the Trojans. Costello still serving for the Rebels. The student section behind her is getting excited. Costello to serve. Gray. Set by Frederick for Newell. She tips it across. Blocked at the net by Ellie Boyd, and that finds the ground there inside that white line. Point Rebels. Rebels have rallied to take the lead. This is now set point for the Rebels to force a fifth set. Costello. Frederick tips it. That's a lift. Rebels find a way to fight their way back to take set 4 and win it 25-23 to force a decisive fifth set. DGF fans are asking the Barnesville fans why they're so quiet. We'll be curious to see if the Barnesville student section has a response or not. But and Barnesville's response is they said, let's play football, which I would have figured that's the route they were going to go. But this is what makes these games fun. Conference rivals, two schools that know each other real well, friends on both sides. It's all good. But back to that first set, you know, we said if it continues like this, because I think it was at 28-26, I said we're going to be in for a long night. And here we are waiting to start the fifth set. Very exciting. You know, both teams have had to rally. Both teams have made great plays, great effort plays. People have stepped up in big-time moments. I mean, I don't think I can say enough about Camille Costello being a freshman. Interesting. But how many serves did she have a row in there at the end to get that win for the Rebels? I mean, to be a freshman and to step up in that situation, that's a lot of pressure. So, I mean, if I'm a DGF fan, I'm very happy with that. And, you know, Barnesville, it goes back to what we talked about before. They've been in this situation. They have to learn to seal the deal. They have to learn, okay, I have the lead. I have this momentum. How do I keep it? So we'll take this opportunity to go over those Hartle Lakes conference standings that I have, just to talk about how big this game is for the conference. Hawley currently leads the conference, tied with Perm at a 2-0 record. Hawley has an overall record of 7-3. Perm, as I said, is 2-0. Their overall record is 9-7. Breck's 1-0 in the conference with an overall record of 9-3. DGF is sitting in fourth place with a record of 1-1 and an overall record of 7-7. Frazee is 0-1 in the conference with an overall record of 5-7. Pelican Rapids is 0-2 in the conference, but with a great overall record of 9-3. Barnesville has an 0-2 record in the conference with an overall record of 2-8. So you can see that Barnesville's trying to avoid that 0-3 hole here in the conference standings, and DGF's trying to get to 2-1, which would put them one game out of first place. Both teams out of their respective huddles. Here come our line judges. DGF to serve first. Looks like number 14, Hallie Schreiber, to serve here for the Rebels. Paved. Kept alive by Frederick. Gray gets it across. Bus's kill attempts blocked at the net. Miscommunication by Newell and John. The point goes the Rebels' way. DGS fan reminding us that communication is a fundamental. Set by Frederick. John's kill attempt is blocked out of bounds, and that's a kill for Abby John, her 12th of the night. Trojans tied up at 1 point apiece here in the fifth set. Subbing into the game for the Trojans, number 10, Auburn Hintz. Now serving is number 1, Amelia Newell. Boyd, kept alive by Schreiber. Set by Newell for Hintz. Bjelland, Boyd, kept alive by John. Gray, Pana. I'm not sure what we got going. We're calling for a jump ball or a replay. Officials are going to meet. And like I said, this is the good old father-son duel here. It's a big point. Suspense is killing me. Now they'll meet with the coaches. I think everybody understands the importance of this point. But in these moments, you want to get it right, and that's what they're doing. They're taking their time. This reminds me of like the NFL when they're waiting for the review. Someone challenges and someone's over looking at the monitor. And the coaches are just waiting. We're going to replay. Newell to serve for the Trojans. Boyd, kept alive by Bjelland. Schreiber gets it across. Hafe, set by Newell for John. Slams it home, but blocked at the net. Tipped over. Costello. Point Trojans. Trojans lead 2-1. Amelia Newell still serve for the Trojans. Costello keeps it alive. Iwan. Fuller. Haft. Set by Newell for John. Finds the open spot in the back left corner. That's a kill for Abby John. Her 13th of the night. Trojans lead 3-1 here in the fifth set. Newell to serve. Costello. Schreiber. Fuller's kill attempts kept alive by Lexi Haft. Gray gets it across. Costello to Fuller. Locked at the net. Set by Newell for Pana. Gets it over. Fuller keeps it alive. Schreiber. Costello. Gray. Set by Newell. Abby John tips it across. That's a kill. Her 14th kill of the night and a crucial 4th point for the Trojans here. Which causes the Rebels to take a timeout. I see two lovely coaches who just walked into the gym over in opposite corner. A shout out to Coach Carrie Martinson and Coach Alyssa Hanrud, two of our 3 junior high volleyball coaches. They had to travel to Frazee tonight and play 2 games, I think, starting at 6 and 7. So late night for them. Appreciate them staying to support our varsity team here in this thrilling 5-set match with the Lady Rebels from DGF. As we wait here for this, give a shout out to Amanda Scheffler, who's working the table tonight with Emma Nielsen. Amanda filled in for me late, so you got to appreciate the people that step up when you're in need. Amelia Newell to serve for the Trojans. Boyd, set by Schreiber. That's a kill for number 13, Layla Fuss. Much needed point for the Rebels. Trojans lead 4-2. Serving for the Rebels is number 10, Ellie Boyd. Returned by Gray. Set by Newell for John. Blocked at the net. John was over the line. Point Rebels. A friendly reminder from the DGF crowd that you are not allowed to go over that middle line. We appreciate that. Ellie Boyd's serve sails wide left. Point Trojans. Macy Pana to serve for the Trojans. Costello. Dug out by Pana. Pushed across by Gray. Boyd. Set by Schreiber. For Fuss. Fuss's kill attempt goes into the net. Point Trojans. Trojans lead the decisive fifth set 6-3. Macy Pana to serve. Returned by Bieland. Good effort play, but not enough by the Trojans. That's a big play by number 11, Chloe Fuller. Trojans lead 6-4. Serving for the Rebels is number 13, Layla Fuss. Pana. Good effort by Newell. Good effort play by Abby John to get it across. Set by Schreiber for Garrett. That's a kill for Aria Garrett. Trojans lead 6-5. Fuss to serve for the Rebels. Fuss's serve goes into the net. Costello checks back into the game for Fuss. Serving for the Trojans is Queen Kennedy Gray. Kept alive. That's a double hit. Point Trojans. Trojans lead 8-5. Kennedy Gray to serve. Garrett's kill attempt, dug out by Pana. Lydia Brayton keeps it alive. Haif pushes it. Costello to Schreiber. To Bieland. Bieland's kill attempt finds the back row. That's a point Rebels. Trojans lead 8-6. Serving for the Rebels is number 11, Chloe Fuller. And we should be back. Technical difficulties there. I think our stream accidentally ended. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Haif's kill attempt. No good. Trojans lead 9-8. I know. We're back. Yep, we're back. Appreciate the people at home letting me know we're back. You're right, George Hodge. It's on. Let's go. Trojans lead 10-8. Haif to serve. That's sails long. Point Rebels. Checking into the game for the Rebels is number 13, Layla Fuss. Costello. Pana. Sets up Newell. Whose kill attempts dug out by Bielan. Set by Iwin. Fuss's kill attempt dug out by Gray. Brayton pushes back row. Finds the line. That's a point Trojans. Not a call that the fans agree with. But in that situation, the up ref would have a good angle at that as well. And he agreed with our line judge. Lydia Brayton to serve with the Trojans leading 11-9. Yellen. That's an ace for number 3, Lydia Brayton. Trojans lead 12-9 here in the 5th set. Time Rebels. We'll take here time to thank our sponsors. So once again, thank you to Lee's Electric, Ratso's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Bullgreen Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, and Barnesville Drug and Hardware. We appreciate our 7 sponsors and their help with this. Hope you guys aren't too distracted by those advertisements we run on the top, but it's just a nice way to get their images out there for you guys to see and for us to give them recognition. So in the 5th set here, the Trojans lead 12-9 with the Rebels taking their last time out. Trojans still have 2. Trojans need 3 more points here to win this set, to ultimately win this match. So we are 2 points away for the Trojans from match point. Lydia Brayton to serve. Boyd, set by Iwin. For Fuss, blocked at the net. Iwin set for Boyd. Blocked at the net by the Trojans, but it stays on their side. Point Rebels. That's a kill for number 10, Ellie Boyd, her 6th of the night. Serving for the Rebels is number 14, Hallie Schreiber. Pana, set by Frederick for John. Her kill attempt goes long. Point Rebels. Trojans lead 12-11 here in the 5th set. Pana. Barely snuck over. It's a double hit. Trojans lead 13-11. Subbing into the game is number 10, Auburn Hintz, for number 5, Sophie Frederick. Amelia Newell to serve. Trojans leading 13-11. Costello, Schreiber. Tipped, kept alive. Pana. Pushed across by Hintz. Costello. Blocked! We got a violation. Point Rebels. Trojans lead 13-12. Number 10, Ellie Boyd to serve for the Rebels. Gray sets. Another set by Newell for John. Blocked at the net by number 13, Layla Fuss. Point Rebels. We're all tied up 13-13. Number 10, Ellie Boyd to serve. Timeout Trojans. I go back to that first set. Made the comment, right? 28-26. I think Zach was here. Could be in for a long night. And I think the issue with why we lost feed for a second was the stream wasn't set up to last this long. So now we know for future to extend that. 5th set, Trojans 13, Rebels 13. Rebels are out of timeouts. Trojans just took their first of this 5th set, so they have 1 left. You got to get to 15 and you got to win by 2. Those are the rules for the 5th set. Rebels have the ball. Rebels will serve. Number 10, Ellie Boyd to serve for the Rebels. Turned. Newell. Hintz gets it across. Boyd. Fuss kept alive by Hafe. Set by Newell for Gray from the back row. Boyd. Tipped. Set by Newell for Pana. Tip. Kept alive by Newell. Hintz keeps it alive. Gray gets it across. Newell's tip. Yellen finds the spot. And that's kept alive. I have no idea what they're saying. Point Trojans, I believe it was hit. Hit off our, I don't even know. I'm not even going to begin to explain, but we will take it. An amazing play. Nonetheless, match point, Macy Pana. Gray, Newell, Lexi Haft, kept alive by Boyd. Gray sets, Newell sets up Haft, tips it across, and that's match point. The Trojans will win the fifth set 15-13 and win the match 3-2. A much needed victory for the Trojans. Great game to both teams. Great crowd from both teams. This is what you want for homecoming week when you host a volleyball match. Another thank you to our sponsors. Lee's Electric, Ratzel's Pool Hall, Four Hill Farms, Bullgreen Construction, Midwest Bank, Barnesville Grocery, and Barnesville Drug and Hardware. As we end this match, we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work and dedication displayed by both teams on the court tonight. Win or lose, it's the spirit of the game and the camaraderie among these young ladies that truly stand out. I want to thank everybody that listened to this and for supporting our students, both students from Barnesville and DGF. Until next time, stay safe and go Trojans.